Mr. Gregory,
Oh, sorry.
how
Can you
does
cut
it?
that out?
What?
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
cut it out.
Start over.
Mr. Gregory, how does it feel to be Teacher of the Year?
It's very flattering. Yeah, I'd say it's very flattering. It's a nice feeling. I don't know that I'm necessarily deserving of it, but it's a good feeling.
What were some of the things that helped you become Teacher of the Year?
Well, I think a big piece of it is because I have good interpersonal relationships with my peers, as in the other teachers, and then with the students, which is very helpful because you guys are the ones that voted me. Students did, and the teachers. So without that, I think obviously I wouldn't be able to make it. I think I have high rigorous standards for all my students and classes, and that also lends to recognition of this type. But other than that, I'm not sure.
Did you expect to get this award?
No, of course not. The people that were up against me last year, Mr. Rodiger and Mrs. Teeter, far more deserving. You know, both of them have been mentors to me as a teacher and have helped far more students than I have in my career, and especially at this school. So it's I think it's kind of unfair that neither of them won, because both of them would have been better choices in my opinion.
How has Grand Valley Educational Foundation helped you?
You know, the GVEF does a lot to help students and the community. Per se, they've helped by, I wrote a grant to them my second year here, and that became the foundation for what turned into the GVHS Theater Co., which is the play company that produces all the shows that we do here on campus. Without that startup fund, probably wouldn't have been able to get much accomplished, because at that time there was no line item budget for theater. Now, of course, theater is a line item budget, just like, say, any of the sports or choir or anything else. They get funds every year from state taxes as decided by the Board of Education. But prior to that, theater didn't, so we were kind of hanging out on our own. And GVEF was nice enough to support us by giving us some funds so that we could get started. Now we get funds, obviously, from the school district, but we also get some monies from some sponsors and donors, which is nice. GVEF still contributes with support with the great people that work and donate their time there, and then also, like, they've lent me different items and publicity and so forth for all my productions, which is very nice of them.
Why do you think you got this award?
You know, I'm not sure. I tried to do my best every day, like it's my last day in the job, and I think that work ethic really lends itself. I care about helping young people find their desires and goals in life, and I try to be extremely rigorous. But I think the main reason is because everybody else thought I was deserving. I think there might be some elements of sacrifice that go into that, because people recognize that and see that, so they wanted to reward that. But again, the other two people who were up last year were great. You know, I mean, I was nominated the year prior to that too. Not last year, but the year before, the one that Mr. Carpenter won, the initial one. And I thought that he was an excellent choice, just because he sacrifices so much of his personal time on behalf of the school and the district.
How has this affected how your students and peers think of you?
I don't think it's affected it at all. Most of the students are unaware, and I don't think the peers... It's more like when you want a raise, you don't necessarily just wait for the raise, or if you wanted a better job or promotion, let's say, Oscar. So if you wanted that promotion, you could just say, hey, I broached the subject with your boss, and wait for it to happen because you deserve it. Or you could just start doing the job and then wait till they go ahead and give it to you. So I felt like I started just doing things that a Teacher of the Year would do, and then eventually I was rewarded for my efforts. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I think a lot of people should approach advancement. Why not just do what you think is required of the next level, and then eventually your superiors will see that, or the people who recognize everyone, and then they will react and give you the recognition or the promotion or whatever you're looking for. It's a good way of finding your goals and reaching them. I definitely recommend it for everyone.
Has this affected your teaching style? If so, then how?
No, I don't think so, because, like I said, it's more reaction to the style that I deploy. If anything, it means that more people have come to me with questions, where in the past they probably would have gone to another teacher in the school. So I've become, I guess I've been seen as a destination for answers among some of the staff, but I don't think it's really affected me at all.
Do you think that you will be picked for Teacher of the Year again?
I hope not. I think that there's so many worthy candidates in this school. I mean, I suppose it's possible, but there's a lot of other people that are better choices that I would prefer. And I think that's typically how this vote system works. If I did in fact win again, it would probably be, I think it'd be more of a case that they need to re-examine how they select them. And I know like last year Mr. Carpenter said don't even consider me. No, I would never do that, but I can't imagine that they would choose me again. Or that, because everybody likes to think we have a lot of good, wouldn't you say we have a lot of good teachers here?
Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of people like to say, hey, everybody deserves their time in the sun, and I think that's a fair way of looking at it too.
All right, well, thank you, Mr. Gregory, for your time.
No problem, guys. Thanks for having me here. Good luck with the website.
Yeah, thank you.